Hello everybody and welcome to the CyberGamer TV studio. Myself, Tobi Kenobi, joined by my amazing commentator Slesh here for the Farm4Fame 3.1. We have had a game which I have waited all day at work to shoutcast, so it's going to get done. It's GGnet going up against... Come on, Slesh, fill in the details. Say hi.
You're not
Druidz.
You don't know it?
I know who it is. I just wanted you to say it. So anyway, we'll jump ourselves straight into the game and get this started. We will remind Slesh also, who is actually a little bit ahead here, that this is a replay shoutcast and we haven't seen the draft yet. So the counter is now coming on. So we'll see Puppy as our captain for GGnet doing the draft, and for Druidz it will be Cupad Waga. Is that to be called Waga or Cupad? Does he prefer? Do you know, Slesh?
Waga.
Waga is Waga. Cool. Awesome. Is Cupad their sponsor? Who knows? We'll find out. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we will actually... Or do I'm just going to put the counter. Obviously, you see at the very, very top here, there'll be a goal counter here. It's actually put onto the replay vision of whoever I'm watching. So I'm going to put Kurokai there, as he is the king farmer of the GGnet boys. We'll also go up to speed 3 just to move through the drafts and the bands a little bit faster here. But this is, well, GGnet. Last time we shoutcast them, they went up against MYM, which really, guys, is a one freaking tough opponent. Like, I don't know about you, Slesh, but if I was facing even one of the players from MYM, I would just GG after the first minute.
Yeah, unless you're probably a Chinese guy.
Unless you're I'm Australian. We fail at Dota. Seriously, half of M-City is actually made up of Asians.
I'm not saying that Chinese teams are like a million times better than European ones, but they're just more used to each other. I mean, MYM went to the World Dota Championship, and unfortunately they got kicked out in the group stage. But they had some very, very good matches up against Nirvana Malaysia and against LGT SGTY as well.
It's kind of like an MYM tradition, isn't it?
Strong team, and currently with Misery added to their roster. And they are currently really in shape, so...
It's an MYM tradition to actually lose in the group stages. Like, obviously Kurokai is now in GGnet, was the one who was the drafter for MYM when they went to SMM 2009, and they were out in the group stages, and it was just like, oh my god, no, that really happen? No one could believe it when that happened, but yeah, maybe it's just like MYM needs to just come in and just dominate one Asian competition at one point.
I do hope so. It would help the scene a lot.
It would. It would, and maybe even we could actually have it with HYHY going up against Milk. That would be awesome, like a grand final of those two, like facing off, like, yeah, that's where we want to come down. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the game, we do actually have Puppy. He's banned out Broodmother, Batrider, and Morphling, and we do have Waga removing Alchemist, Invoker, as well as ES. Now, two heroes which I'm happy that are actually banned from this game are Invoker and Morphling, for reasons which Slesh is easily going to describe right now.
This is still version 6.69c, so
Bingo.
Guys, this is Shotgun Morphling, and you really don't want to have Morphling being picked up by either team, because he's just so damn powerful. He's powerful at all stages in the game, and that's basically the main reason. He can farm up well with his wave. He can gank. He can counter gank. He can survive like a madman. And as soon as he gets his Linkins and E-Blade, which is a shotgun morph build, he would just start to one-shot support heroes, and that's his scary ability. Invoker, on the other hand, is an absolutely fantastic laner. It's very hard to lane against an Invoker. And at the same time, he can change his role. You never know, like what build he goes for until mid game, when you actually see his skills unfold. We saw Yafet playing in a Disable Invoker with Tornado and EMP, which just drained the mana of every single hero on the other side. We saw Pycat going up for a Fire Invoker, which is a damage build. Mainly using Alacrity and Meteor to dish out as much damage as possible. And during late game, normal heroes will have 4 skills, Invoker has got 10. So he just becomes more unstoppable the longer the game actually takes. He's one of these interiors whose maximum potential doesn't vanish during late game.
Yeah, actually, we'll come back to him in just a moment. Just running through the picks now, we have Clockwork Goblin, Windrunner, and CM for GGnet, and VS for Sergeant Potom for the Druidz team. But you're right, like, Invoker is just one of those all-powerful kind of, like, I can do whatever I want to do. But why is he not being discovered until this point? Like, nothing's really changed that much on him. I guess Sunstrike got changed, and that was literally it, I think.
Yeah, Sunstrike got changed, but that wasn't the main reason. I think the main reason was when Invokers, when he starts to level Quas Exot or Vex, that when they actually give stats. The main problem with Invoker was he was just extremely squishy. He was just an interior who didn't even have the ability to add attribute points to actually buff up his beefiness a bit. He didn't have that, but when Quas actually got the buff that whenever you level up Quas you get +2 strength, that was awesome. That made him viable in the lane with his high HP regeneration coming from Quas anyway. And so there you go. It's basically Exot. If you actually go for an early Exot Invoker, he dishes out so much damage. That's insane. Exot itself adds 3 damage for each orb currently orbing around you. So normally you would have +9 damage in the beginning anyway. And now that actually Exot gives +int, you have 2 more +2 damage on top of that. And when you add on Alacrity, you basically have an early game monster. So you're actually running around with a double damage room all the time. So that's actually what made Invoker that powerful.
Awesome. And now we'll stop the Invoker tutorial here, boys and girls. Hope you actually learned something from that one. I know I did. GGnet have banned off their last one, so SK and Titan are being removed. We have Druidz banning off SF as well as Deucer, so two range Agi carries. Obviously, Deucer would love to feed off that CM aura. Same with SF. Would love it for the amount of raids he'd like to pop off there. What I want to actually have a look at too is the fact that Puppey is banned out Tidehunter and SK. Now SK, as far as ban material goes, like Druid's lineup, they have VS Potom and Versailles. So Nuke, 2 great initiates, and obviously there's a lot of negative armor that can come off. Is that Tiny's also been picked up here by GGnet, so burst damage to come off from him. But just look at the Druid's lineup right now. It's good initiation. They're still opened up to do whatever they want to. But how is SK and Tidehunter stopping like what they're predicting Druid's going to do?
What Druidz currently are lacking is one teamfight initiator. So SK and Tidehunter are both team initiators in a sense.
Are they forcing Enigma? Do I dare say they're forcing Enigma?
If they're not really forcing Enigma, but actually, if they want a teamfight initiator, Enigma would currently be the best choice. On the other hand, they got the range. They got Clockwork Goblin, Windrunner, and Crystal Maiden, both with all 3 of them having range stuns, so it's fairly easy to disrupt them in the early game. So I'm not sure on the SK ban though, seriously. Not quite sure on that. Maybe it's because I don't know Druidz that much, but maybe they're known for playing a very powerful SK. I would actually love to see SK. I think SK is a great hero and really fun to watch, but never mind Puppey Bandit. And yeah, as you said, Druidz picked up Sven. Currently unconventional picks is basically the Tiny, picked up by Puppey. Although we saw Gods of Dota using Tiny mainly as a solo mid with Sexy Bamboo playing it. It's been very, very successful, but most other teams haven't used Tiny that much.
Yeah.
And
so I was even watching a couple of the Malaysian replays that's coming out on Maneski TV from one of the competitions over there. Necrolite coming up as our last pick for GGnet. But I even saw like a Templar Assassin was coming out at one point. I'm like, what the hell is that? And also Rotocopter. Rotocopter, I think it is his name, right? Yeah. Coming out as well. It's just like different picks are coming out of the world of Dota right now. It's really, really entertaining for what's actually happening. And we'll actually also summarise in the end of the GG lineup. So they'll have Necrolize, their hard carry, Tiny, CM, Windrunner, and Clockwork Goblin will all be in the lineup too. As far as laning goes, obviously Windrunner is going to go in for basically go for solo lane. I'm guessing Clockwork Goblin will go solo mid. Or how do you think they're actually going to go this one up? Still, Necrolite's got to be babysat.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think Tiny's going to be soloing mid.
Ooh, yeah, get him up to level 6. And Lanyana. I know I pronounced the name wrong. And hang on, whoa! I did not just talk about Maneski actually doing that one. By the way, guys, I haven't seen this before. And TA comes out. Ooh. Okay, cool. TA's not really the best pick, though, when you got a Tiny there. Like, he's just going to just frickin' avalanche and stun your ass off.
Not really, because you got refraction. That's mainly the point. Currently, what Druidz saw that GGnet, they don't have much damage over time, but they have a lot of burst. Tiny is a burst damage, and he's most likely going to be soloing mid, because in the silence he would just suffer from his melee range. They all don't have many like spamming skills, which could pop off a refraction fast enough. So TA is a really good pick here. Currently on the basically TA is normally used as a last pick because it's too easy to counter her. If you could pick a Husker, you could pick a Venomancer, and all her refractions just come up after one hit. Or Darkseer with his Iron Shell, which actually deals damage in 0.1 seconds intervals. TA is normally a good pick if you don't have much damage over time going up. But you normally would use her as a last pick, which Druidz did this time.
Yeah, that they did. So we will actually have our Templar Assassin soloing up the middle lane. We'll have Waga, the captain himself, with her hands going up towards the top lane. We'll actually have, if he slows down, Potom. I'm just going to cheat and put it up on the screen for me. We'll actually have Coconut, PayPal Coconut, up there on the top lane for some reason with their names. It's a little bit of a ruffle. Don't down the bottom lane, playing as Visage. We'll have Reese on the bottom lane too. Oh, by the way, we have actually gone ourselves in the game. I've done it to you again. I keep doing this every single time we do a shoutcast, but we're currently at 25 seconds into the game right now.
You're such a
Sorry. Looks like...
okay, what seconds are we at?
Currently 34, 35, 36, and 37 up on the board right now.
Okay.
So I'm all about helping out the fellow man. VS on the bottom lane. Double stun does come out. Page will go down. Nuke flying over the top there from Visage. The double stun. Sven will take a bit of damage. He's got 2 healing slars up his pocket, so we'll be more than all right. And then save game comes out from the first blood from Druidz on the bottom lane. GGnet just losing that solo Windrunner on the bottom lane. That's not exactly what they wanted. Looks like Puppy's going to go down there to actually help out in the tri lane.
Say again, what
1 minute, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Are we synced? By the way, guys, this is a replay shoutcast. Awesome.
We are in sync now.
Fantastic. So, I don't know if you actually caught that bottom lane, but this bottom lane at the moment, like the VS, Sven, like double stun, and the Visage nuke that can come over the top. Obviously, that's one hell of a powerful tri lane, and it doesn't help when you're going solo on the bottom. Now, Puppy moving down towards the bottom lane to deal with this one, throws down Avalanche, and has Windrunner coming back right now. Like, Puppy and Windrunner teaming up together, is this just to do damage control?
Yeah, definitely. We have Netflix going up against Bottom on the top lane. So we have 2 solos there. Clockwork Goblin against Lanaya. I'm not sure on this matchup, but Clockwork Goblin, he still has a fairly high starting armor, I believe. But he is a melee hero, so he can't really prevent TA from farming. And he's also one of those guys who is going to try to last it with Rocket and Harris at the same time, but against TA's Reflection, that's not going to work out. And if she actually, I'm not sure if she's skilled Psyblades, but if she did, it's difficult for Clockwork Goblin to do something.
Yeah, we can just watch her attack animation to see if it does actually come out. Come on, attack.
Look at her range. Just look at her, just click on damage and look at if she has actually added range on that.
There you go. Doesn't really have it. No.
Yeah, 240 range now.
Well, CM's going to come in, have a bit of a fun time. Just harass TA back there a little bit using that illusion room, which is a 2-minute room from the top of the river. Windrunner and Tiny. Well, Tiny's up to level 2 right now, but they can't stop this free farm in the top lane. They're too worried about the double stun and then the massive nuke that's going to come over the top. A long-range Avalanche to try and help him get a couple of blasts. It's actually dropping Sven's life down pretty low, but he still has an extra healing slav up his pocket, so he'll be okay. CM still using a couple of illusions to give a bit of harassment. VS actually heading towards